Hi everyone, it's Emma from Living in Perfect Harmony. So I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about um, your spiritual business if you plan on starting one. So the first thing I want to touch on is the need for energy exchange. So I've heard quite a lot recently about people thinking that we need to offer these sessions for free. The thing is, you need to look at it like an energy exchange. We do this work, and a lot of us choose to do it full time so we can reach more people, because more and more people are waking up now, but they're also feeling lost. So they need people like me, healers and psychics as well, to give them guidance into where to go, to help them with the healing and things like that. So the reason we ask for money is because it's our time. We have bills and stuff to pay. We've got children to look after. It's just the same as going out and having a normal 9 to 5 job, except we're working, our boss is God, spirit, the universe, instead of the corporations. So it's also an energy exchange, like I say. I offer you my services, and in return you offer me an energy exchange. And it doesn't always have to be money. We can have time exchange as well. So I know there's a few groups around where if you haven't got money to offer services, like say a plumber might offer to do something, to help you with your plumbing, but then you've got something to offer him in exchange for that. It's called time sharing. So that was the first thing I wanted to touch on. That is why we ask for a fee for what we do. And I know a lot of the ones that kind of train up for spiritual businesses charge quite a lot of money as well. But in the long run, you're also going to be able to earn that, so you make that money back. There's swings and roundabouts, really. So another thing about starting your business, so for those of you that are worried about the energy exchange, and if you get ganged up on by people that say you shouldn't be charging and things like that, or this should be free, don't worry, it is an energy exchange. So don't let that hold you back from your business. People like paying donations and everything for the kind of work we do, because we're giving a service, we're helping people. So I don't want that to kind of stop you from making this a full-time or even a part-time gig. Another thing we need to look at when starting our spiritual work is our mindset, and also finding our purpose. So mindset is about deciding that this is what you want to do, dedicating yourself to the work, so doing the meditations, or at least centering yourself, doing your breathing techniques, and seeing what downloads you receive as to what you're going to be doing that day. So you might feel guided maybe to jump on and do a read. Lots of times I feel guided to jump on and do free reads, and I also offer free healings. You might start getting downloads for a book, packages, courses, all sorts. When that does happen, you want to run with it, because from what I've found in my experience, if I don't act on the downloads when I get them, and I think, oh well, I'll do that a bit later, I'll do this first, I'm kind of not in the flow then, I'm not in the moment, and it never works as well as when I'm in the moment and just start doing it. So that's another thing. Try if you can, obviously if you're out, then you're not really going to be able to do it. Bring a journal with you and write down what downloads you're getting, so at least you can go back to it later and it kind of jogs your memory a bit as to what that was. Because a lot of times with the downloads as well, because it's not like in our conscious awareness, it's a download from spirit, it's quite easy to then forget what that download was later on, or at least everything about that download. So do keep a journal, or if you can, do it at the time, then go ahead and do it. Like making videos as well, it's a lot easier making videos when you're in the moment. When you try and make that video later on, I find anyway, you get a bit more stuttery, you kind of forget what to say, and it just doesn't flow as well as when you're in the moment. So manifesting, that's another good one. Manifest what you want, visualize yourself, see yourself. If you're guided to do this, then your future self is already doing it. So visualize yourself as you would be, you know, say you had 10 clients or you were making 5,000 a month, say, how would you feel doing that? What do you see yourself doing when you're doing that? And, you know, visualize it every day, and that helps draw it into your reality and gets you there a lot faster, because in your future timeline, we're already doing this. It's done, because time's not linear. So our past self is going along with us now, and our future self is going with us now. You know, it all flows. So you can call that into your experience, and manifesting's a really good one. It's really good as well for pulling those clients in. You know, you're telling the universe that you're ready and this is what you want. You can manifest what kind of money you want to make, anything really, you know, and anything to do with your business. So sales is also really important. So when you're making your videos, you want to sell what you're doing. So you're touching on what you can help with and what the outcome would be after. So like with my services, I do healing. So I heal mental health trauma and sexual traumas. And then I also, like in my 6-month package, I'll do that. We concentrate on healing first of all, learning the tools for that, helping you be able to release everything you need to release. And then we go into spiritual development. So we start focusing on getting your gifts, developing those gifts, working out what your purpose is. So your purpose will be anything that makes you happy, and also what you might have done as a child. So I've always been good at giving advice, and people used to call me a little old woman when I was little, because I always gave good advice. So it's kind of uncanny now really that this is what I've ended up doing as a living, because I've just always done it. And it'll be whatever gives you passion as well. So whatever makes you happy, whatever you enjoy doing, like if you like helping people and the result from that gives you a feeling of joy, then you know that is part of your mission, that's your sole purpose. So yeah, with sales, that's the same thing. Focus on how you help people and the outcome they're going to get from it. So yeah, with my 6-month package, we get that, the spiritual development, and then that brings us right up to learning, starting your spiritual business and how to implement that yourself. Then we have meditate. So meditate's a really good one. You get lots of downloads from meditating. You want to grow your following as well on Facebook, or now, for example, I'm doing Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. So I've been around on Facebook already for over 2 years, so you can see my testimonies and reviews on there. I've also got a couple of groups, and I'll pop the links down below. But YouTube, I'm quite new to YouTube, as most of you will know, and I'm still growing my following there. But Instagram's another really good one to start on. So once you start doing all that, you'll find that you'll start getting noticed. And I'm actually due to do a radio show on the 1st of December with International Angel Network, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I'll be doing meditations on there, talking about my business, the services I offer, how I got into this kind of work, and I'll post updates as well when it gets nearer the time. So creating sacred space, that's another good one. If you can either make an area for yourself or a room, so you can put candles up, you can put your crystals there, so it's just a quiet space for you to be able to relax and let the energies flow, especially if you're doing reads and stuff, because that helps you connect a lot easier to spirit when you're doing your tarot or oracle cards. And you can have a nice little area laid out with your cloth and whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Nice little house plant there is good as well. That generates oxygen. You can also touch it to ground at the time. So act on the downloads, we've already touched on that for the consistency. Yeah, the more you run with those downloads as well, the more downloads you will get. So you'll find that things come in a lot faster, which if it starts becoming too fast, you can actually ask them to slow down, and they will slow down for you. But you know, if they're spaced out at the minute, a couple of days in between or something, the more you act on them, the more those downloads will then come in, so you can start doing it a little bit quicker. And run with the downloads as much as you can, because if you don't do it, you can guarantee we're a collective consciousness. So if you don't run with that download, within a few weeks someone else will do it, because they'll get the download and you know they'll implement it, and you'll miss out. That has happened to me before. So do try and implement the downloads as soon as you can. But that's not to say that you know them doing it takes that away from you, because we have our own followers, we have our own soul tribe. So their soul tribe will like the way they teach it, but then you teaching it, you know, your soul tribe will resonate with how you do things. So there's, you know, there's abundance out there for everyone. We're not taken away from other people, you know, and they're not taken away from us. It doesn't work like that in this spiritual work. But yeah, you want to act on them as soon as you can though, really, in my opinion anyway. So I think that was it. Oh, research as well. If you get a download about something and you're not entirely sure what it's about, research is really useful. You know, I was getting a lot of downloads on Egypt and Greek mythology and stuff, and I knew bits, but I didn't know everything. Researching really helped me, and it actually brought in more downloads. So that made things a lot easier. So I just want to touch on the energy updates this month. So last month we were doing a lot of clearing, which has helped us rise into the higher consciousnesses, because on September the 14th we've just started a new 13-year cycle. We've just ended one, which is why you might be feeling a bit lost. You might have quite a lot going on at the minute. You might have had a lot of tower moments, you know, the tower card. Things might come in and seem like your world's turned upside down, but actually those endings are to bring in new beginnings. So always look at it like that. It may seem like the end of the world at the time. I've certainly just been through one. That's why I haven't made videos for a couple of days now, because I've had to take a step back and just take time for me, love myself, get myself through these past couple of days, and you know, raise my vibe enough and fill my cup up enough to be able to come back and to help all of you. So if you are feeling like that, don't feel guilty. Always take a step back, because if there is not enough water in your cup, it is not going to overflow to other people. You'll just burn yourself out, and that's the last thing you want to do. So if you need to take a step back, do. August was really hard because we had a lot of clearing out to do, and it seemed to be one thing after another. I certainly found that anyway. This month is more about implementing the new light codes that are coming in and filling up that space that's been cleared out, the dense energies that have been cleared out. We're now bringing in more light to raise our vibrations up and anchor into the higher consciousness, the higher dimensions. So that does take a lot out of you. You might be feeling exhausted, you might be feeling a bit low, up and down. Try and surrender as much as you can, release and let go, and just go with the flow. The more you do that, the easier it'll be. These things are coming up for a reason. They're so we can let go of them once and for all. If you're being triggered, same thing. It's to let go the reasons why you're being triggered. So you want to go within and see why that is. Feel inside what it is. It'll come to you a moment where something happened that caused that trigger, so you can then send it love, send it light, and release it up to universal oneness, and then implement the new light codes that are coming in this month. We are going to see massive changes this month. The timelines are anchoring in place now, ready for September 14th, where we go through another portal and we're fully then into the next 13-year cycle. So you want to implement those changes now and allow them to integrate into you, ready for that new cycle to begin. So that's pretty much it. I do have reads available at the moment. You can check on my website, livinginperfectharmony.net, for the reads I have available. I do oracle cards and tarot. I've also got 2 subscription groups running. I haven't actually updated the website just yet. I will get around to it. Basically, one's a healing group and one is a spiritual development group. So I've already put like a description of it on Facebook, so I will pop the link below so you can look at the post for that if you want to join. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to run it in Facebook or MeWe. I am trying to come away from Facebook, which is why I don't really advertise that as much as my other 3 platforms, Insta, Twitter and MeWe. But at the minute, that ad is running on Facebook on the Living in Perfect Harmony business page, so I will pop the link below and you can read up more on that, and I will let you know what groups I'll be in. It probably depends how many people I get, so if there's more people wanting to join that are already on Facebook, then I probably will just stick to Facebook. There's a lot of censorship and stuff going on at the minute though on Facebook, especially with spiritual workers, so our work isn't reaching as many people as it once used to, which is why you need to share everything out as much as you can, and especially on YouTube. It's the same on YouTube. If you like the video and subscribe to my channel, it will help the channel grow, but it'll also circulate that video around YouTube, so then more people get to see and get this advice. So it's a similar thing on Facebook as well. If you like and share, then that gets it round more, because Facebook tend to, like I say, censor you, so it's not reaching as many people. Like even half the people on my Facebook friends list don't get to see the posts I put up. That's how bad it is. So I do really want to come away from there, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the subscription groups there to make it more accessible for my other clients, because I have high-end packages that run for 6 months, which again the information is on the website. But then these subscription groups allow anyone to join really. Pay monthly, it's a rolling contract, so you can cancel whenever you want, and there will be healing in there, meditations, activations, Q&As, so any questions you have, any guidance you need with releasing your traumas. And then in the spiritual group, which will be separate, it will again be meditations, activations, Q&As. I'll go live there on both groups regularly, so you can speak to me face to face, and how to develop your spiritual gifts as well. All sorts. I've got all sorts planned for both groups, so contact me if you would like more information on that. I'll pop my email in the link in the description box below. I've also got a new download, the 55.5 by 5, sorry, manifesting. So I used to charge for that one. I'm no longer charging it. I am going to be doing it as a free download, so if you're interested in that, you can email me again and I will send you the information. It's basically about writing out your affirmation of what you want to manifest for the month 55 times over 5 days. It tells you how to create the sacred space for that, how to write it, the details, like, you know, so you make it, the affirmation, exactly what you need for spirit. So if you would like that, again, just email me. I will put it up as a download link on the website ASAP. So I think that is it for the announcements. All the information about the sessions I run, if you would prefer one-to-one sessions and the subscription groups, they're on the website. As I say, reads and the packages I offer as well. So I hope you found that useful. Please do like, share and subscribe. It will really help make the channel grow. As I say, I've been around already for like over 2 years now on Facebook, so you can see reviews and testimonies on there. So pop down in the comments as well what you would like me to speak about. I usually do what I'm guided to by spirit, but I am also open to suggestions. So if there's anything in particular you would like me to talk about, if you pop that in the comments, I will get a video together and I will do that for you. That's not a problem. So I think that's it. Love and light to everyone. I hope you're coping all right with the energies as they are at the minute. As I say, let it all integrate in. If you're feeling stuck at the minute, it's just spirit wanting you to rest and let those energies integrate. Let all the clearing finish off what it needs to do, and your healing. So just rest, don't worry about it. It will all pick up again, and as I say, this month is going to be amazing. We're going to see a lot of changes. You will see a lot of fast movement, so I would rest while you have the chance to rest. Okay, so love and light to everyone, and I will see you in the next video.